Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smell test.
All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard. It's time for this week's edition of State of the Atmosphere. All right, welcome aboard for your Hump Day Pop Culture Report. It's time for State of the Atmosphere. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere. I was running a little late today because I just tried out my new green mower. I'll explain that here in a minute. But first, let's get our friends in here. First in tonight was Das Wolfen. He's on summer hours, he tells me.
Yep.
So he's not showing up fashionably late these days. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Yeah? What's new and exciting in the Das Wolfen world?
Well, in the Josh Wolfen world, I got engaged over the weekend.
That's kick-ass, man. That's kick-ass. Kind of knew that was coming. I didn't know it was that fast, but that's cool.
Yeah.
Very
yeah,
cool.
That's...
Also aboard tonight is the Knockster. What's happening, man? How you doing?
Oh, doing pretty good. I also got engaged to some food, and it was very engaging. And so it was, yeah. It was,
You go, man.
no, it's I got a big time interview tomorrow. Got a been going for a higher clearance, so I got a little interview poo tomorrow.
You hear that, guys? Pretty soon, Knock's not gonna be able to be on this show because his security clearance we won't be high enough security clearance to be seen with him. Okay, so he's gonna have to leave the show.
Hey, what did you think about that show? I can't talk about it.
I can't talk about it. I'd have to kill you if I talked to you. Yeah. All right. Also on board tonight is Jed. He's not fashionably late either.
Oh,
unbelievable.
No,
wow.
Yeah. And I also,
It's a Christmas miracle.
Did send too. Yeah. Wait. All of us but Knock have girlfriends or wives now.
Wow. Thanks, Jed. Thanks, buddy.
No. See, he may be the smartest one out of all of us, bro. Okay? All right. He may be the guy that goes the furthest amongst us all.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's good to see all of you guys. Yeah. Let's check in with the chat.
Knock's like, Knock will be the man, and he can't just do anything. So
Listen, all I'll say is I'm gonna make the money and then just go over to these, Japan or wherever.
And he's gonna buy a wife, bro.
Yeah. Just bring her back, green card her, bring her back, and have a bunch of kids. So
you just got to make sure that she doesn't have that bathroom moment like in Blind Date, if you know. Okay. That when the chick from Japan ran into homegirl from Texas, what's her name? I can't remember that actress's name. Dude, you guys know what I'm talking about. They're in stalls next to each other. Well, do you know in this country you're entitled to half, and that Japanese girl's head goes over the stall? Half? Did you say half? It's so funny, man. Henry Gambles is in here first. Good to see you, man. He said he's hoping the stream goes well. He can't stay long. Have a busy day today. Very cool,
thanks,
man.
Henry. Thank you.
Good to see you. And Railway Nation is here. What's up, man? Okay, so let's start with our pop culture update. Oh, and by the way, I did want to expand on. I have said several times that when they make green technology affordable, then I will use it, right? And today I had to put my money where my mouth was. I got a flat tire on my mower last week, and the engine's fine on that thing, but I've had to repair the front right wheel a couple of times due to rust issues. Well, there's nothing to bolt back together and put washers on to, I mean, it just came apart. It's just old. It served its purpose, but we had to go get a new motor today, and the electric one was only $20 more, and it had a bagging attachment. So I spent $300 on an electric mower, and I just used it for the first time. That's why I was a little bit late getting in the studio, and I had to jump in the shower afterwards because it is muggy hot down here in Louisiana right now, man. We have hit 90
those,
already.
Joe?
Yeah,
you can. Those batteries on there last a long time.
Well, what I was going to say was that I used it for the first time, and I love it, man. It's lightweight. Yeah. It's all plastic. You know, it's a lot lighter than the mower I used to push. And because I purposely, guys, I don't have one that's self-propelled. I buy the cheapest mower I can get my hands on. All right, because I want the exercise is what I want. Right. So
why don't you get one of those push bar mowers?
Yeah, I've heard that, dude. I'm in Louisiana. Okay. Yeah. I'd be cutting my lawn every 2 days if I use that damn thing, because you can't use that once it gets too high. I used it today. It's nowhere near as loud as the other one is. I mean, it's not a combustion mower, right? It's not a combustion engine.
They're real quiet.
Yeah. My dad, when I bought the last one a decade ago, he said he swore by him. Then he said, "I've got an electric one. You need to get an electric one." Okay, But I put my money where my mouth was, and I bought an electric mower. Now, when they bring the car prices down a little bit, actually, I don't think I'd ever get electric.
I'm never going to get rid of the gas car.
I felt like a hybrid's a good.
A hybrid.
The hybrid is good. Yeah.
To go to gas. You know what I'm saying? In case the battery goes down.
Well, most of the time with my little basic understanding, which is not very much with hybrids, is that once it gets up to a certain speed, then it switches to gas.
Yeah,
is my understanding. So you could if you keep it below like 50, if you're just driving around town, you're fine.
It's just going to roll off.
But when you go on the highway, then that's when you use the gas up. So
yeah. Well, I don't really know, but all I know is they need to make them a lot more affordable before I'll buy one.
Oh, that ain't gonna happen for a while.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Not full up electric ones. No. I think the hybrids will probably go down. Though.
I mean, if I was using something just to tool around town, if I didn't have to drive 5-6 hour trips, to go places and stuff, yeah, maybe I might do that. But yeah, I want to at least have a hybrid. At least be able to get the gas. So that anyway. Okay, so now that I've given that little nugget of information. Let's get into our pop culture report. First, we always want to check out the box office results. And I was going to use my other screen, but I realized when we're looking at the box office results, we can't see all of it on that one screen. So let me go with this one here. We're talking domestic box office May 3rd through the 5th. Nobody's going to the movies, guys. Nobody is going. The Fall Guy opened this weekend and only made $27.7 million. And this is domestic box office. That's not good for an open weekend. I mean,
no.
But that may be, that may be the new standard, because I'm pretty sure Civil War opened to that kind of number. I think it was like 25, wasn't it? This may be the new opening standard for the, not super blockbuster movies. You know what I'm saying?
And then the thing is, for this, Joe, I've heard a lot of people have liked this movie too.
Oh, dude, we're gonna me and Knock have seen it. I don't know if you two have, but we're gonna give our review of it later on. But I'd enjoyed it. I'd like to go see it again, as a matter of fact. So I took Foxy to it this weekend. We did it up. We did dinner. We did a movie. We had cocktails when we got home and all that good stuff, and it was fun. Yeah, it was a fun movie. But like I said, we'll get into the review here soon. I'm just pointing out the number. This is Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling, two of the bigger named acts in Hollywood, and it didn't pull people in. didn't pull him in. But I think word of mouth is going to do this movie well. I really do. Look what number 2 was. A re-release of Phantom Menace, a movie from 20 plus years ago.
A movie with my old buddy Jar Jar, the Sith Lord.
The Sith Lord, Jar Jar Binks. Actually, I think still to this day that's the greatest lightsaber fight of all time. Is that one right there
with Darth Maul? Yeah,
that movie. Yeah. Love that one, but I just think it's funny that ended up number 2 over Zendaya, new one, and oh my God! If you want to watch something funny, go check out Moist Critical's review of Tarot.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Tarot. Excuse me, if I pronounce Tarot.
Dude,
he ripped out a new ass.
Oh, dude,
and he likes bad movies, but he said this was the wrong kind of bad.
I'm with him because I actually said to him one time, like in passing, because we were in one of the same conversations, and I was like, "Yeah, I love bad movies too." And he's like, "Yeah, I like bad movies too."
Oh, he said several times his favorite movie of all time, just because it's so bad, is was it Moonfall? Yeah.
Yeah,
he loves that movie.
I said I love.
Well, I knew you'd like it, man. It's a disaster movie, but you know,
I love watching bad. I like when I go to sleep, I turn on riff tracks, and that's what I have in my background noise.
I go to sleep to Cops. I just put on Cops because I've seen every episode of that 50 times.
I have riff tracks set, so I watch bad movies. So like.
And Godzilla X Kong is still hanging on to number 5 spot at 4.5 million. So yeah, it's not going well in Hollywood box office. I did want to bring this up. I don't know if you guys saw any of this, but Tom Brady got roasted live on Netflix last week, and it was funny. I've watched most of it. It's 3 hours long, first of all, and you'll notice that it's been edited. And the reason why it says it's been edited is because Kim Kardashian got booed when she come up the stage, and she did a toast for him, and they wanted to get rid of the booze on it, so they actually had to put the edited tag on. It has nothing to do with any of the jokes or anything. But speaking of those jokes, Jeff Ross, who is he's like the king of the roast these days.
Yeah, he's a roast king now.
Where in the past it was, Mr.
Dean Martin.
Dean Martin, and a bunch of other names, but this guy is the current big guy when it comes to roasts, and he made a joke that kind of tripped Tom Brady's trigger. You could actually hear him, because it was a hot mic. You could hear him say to him, "Don't say that shit again." What it was, he made a joke about the massage thing with Kraft, with Bob Kraft, and. I guess Tom Brady knows where his bread's buttered.
Well, here's the thing, Joe. If you're gonna get on stage with the roast master, the modern day roast master, expect to get demolished.
Right?
And, like roasted to hell.
Yeah.
Like, just expect that because you're not there. He will roast the shit out of you.
Yeah.
I actually he was here. They came down to do one of those shows, the Roastmaster Club stuff. Shows he was doing where the comedies came up and I went to one of those.
Yeah,
dude, the shit that was said.
Yeah,
was just
dude. Yeah, well, it's comedy. It's comedy.
Yeah.
Look, if you are if you have thin skin, you didn't need to be at this thing, especially if you're a friend or relative of Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah,
because they were making Aaron Hernandez jokes left and right.
I will also say this: Twitch and YouTube and Rumble are kind of like that. If you don't, you got to have thick skin to come on here.
Yeah, what you gonna do? I mean, look, the biggest victim of all this, what do you call it? Politically correct movement that are calling a woke movement now, whatever it is comedy.
Yeah,
I mean, we've seen here recently guys that never say anything about anything, like Jerry Seinfeld, come out and say, it's dead in Hollywood right now because of all this bullshit. So did anybody else watch any of this roast?
No, I didn't.
I did. Honestly, and I heard it gets better in hour 2 or 3. Maybe that's because they're drinking more. I thought,
dude, Kevin Hart got funnier and funnier the more he drank. It was hilarious. God, he
I
is
guess
funny.
because that first hour he was not funny at all.
Well, it's like some of those the Dean Martin roasts that were on TV. The more they drink, the better the jokes got.
Yeah,
I hope so. Well, I will say the shiny, the bright, shine. What am I thinking?
The highlight.
The highlight of the first hour for me was Nikki Glazer.
Yes, she was awesome.
I thought she was the best of the first.
She knocked that shit out of the
jokes
park.
were great. Her comedic timing was perfect. I was cracking up at hers. Everyone else sucked. Randy Moss, unfortunately, he's a football player, not a comedian.
Right.
I did expect a little bit better because he's on TV. It was very lame.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a crime that Peyton Manning was not hosting that.
Oh,
he does show up in it, buddy. He does.
I get that, but still, he should have been hosting.
He should have been hosting it, right?
He is.
Nah, Kevin Hart's a great host. I'm telling you. The farther it got, the more he drank. It was great.
It got so annoying that he's just like, yeah, hey guys, we're being crazy here, guys. Yeah. If you can't handle it, go outside. He's like, fuck you, Tom, and he's like, that's what we say around here. It's a roast, guy. Like he had to keep justifying what he was doing. It's
I know.
Come on, man, we get it.
Well, he's so used to He's so used to being like in Hollywood and shit. Well, hey guys, if you can't take it, go out. He's so used to that shit.
I don't know. It just got grating after a while.
I liked Drew Bledsoe, but I'm a huge Bledsoe fan.
I would have been
for a non-comedian. I thought he did well. You know what I mean?
I think what would have topped it up for me is if he had ended with "You took my gerb." That would have made me laugh, but missed opportunity.
My favorite joke he told was he said, "Yeah, most guys when they lose their job, they drink. I started a winery," which is true. He does. Yeah, he has his own winery now. He sells wine for a living. But that's. I mean, if you're not a fan of Drew Bledsoe, you don't know that. Yeah. You know what I mean? That was a very inside joke, really. But yeah. I enjoyed it. Of course, Brady gets up at the end of it, and he just, I don't know what it is about that guy. When he opens his mouth, he just turns people off, dude. He does. It's just, wow. For somebody that's as good as what he does, he just sounds like an arrogant asshole. He really does.
Mahomes is still living rent free in his head, too.
And I'm a fan of his, but he sounds like a dick. He just does, man. I love you, Tom, but I got to tell it like it is.
And you mentioned the Kim Kardashian thing. I'm not sure what was edited. I guess maybe there was more booze because when I watched it, there was definitely booze going on. So I'm not sure what exactly got edited. Yeah, but there was. Yeah, she had to stop talking for a second to let them get their booze out.
And apparently they've edited it. They've edited it since, and you don't hear the booze.
I don't understand why she spoke in the first place. I don't understand that. Like, of all the people to give a toast to him, why would it be her? It makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's part of Hollywood, man. I can't explain it, but I just didn't know if you guys had seen this. I enjoyed it, but then again, I enjoy most of the people on the stage because I am a Patriots fan, so I did enjoy most of it. Belichick showed up; he told some jokes. Yeah. Freaking Peyton Manning was there, of course. Batman Ben Affleck got up there and was making jokes about being Batman.
Okay, so Ben Affleck was also Superman in one of the movies. He was the George Reeves Superman.
Yeah. It was a movie about George Reeves.
Yeah. So. But he actually had the costume on too. So.
But anyway, I got a kick out of it. But then again, like I said, I'm a homer for the Patriots stuff. So.
Yeah.
I thought the funniest shit they were saying was about Julian Edelman. Oof. That was pretty damn funny. That was pretty funny. And Gronk, boy, you're right. Nikki Glazer knocked it out of the park. Remember the crypto joke?
Yeah, that was like, even Gronk knew that it wasn't money. He said,
"It's not real money.
It's not real money."
No.
And then who I can't remember who was next to him. He was like, "That doesn't help, Gronk." He just says, "I know." I know.
It was no. It was.
I knew.
It was Kevin Hart when he got up there. He was praising Nikki Glazer's set and said, "That is just the funniest shit I've ever heard." And he said, as soon as she said it, he leaned over to me and said, "I did. I told him." It's too good, man. Yeah, Nikki Glazer really she was the best comedian out there that night. Although the guy that does later on, watch the rest of it when you can.
I'll probably watch it this weekend.
But the guy that does what is it? He's the top podcaster out there. What's it called? Tim Kills or something like that. Is that the name of it? I can't remember. But anyway, this guy gave the mic to Dana White for 60 seconds, and then he got up and did his shtick, and he was killing it too. That guy had a good spot. I can't remember the guy's name.
The whole Jeff Ross thing, I didn't like him at all. He's not funny.
No, he sucks. I don't
understand it.
Well, it depends on what the situation is, because I've seen him kill, and I've seen him.
He's not the greatest, man. I'd rather watch Joe Rogan than that guy, no doubt, any day. So yeah, I get where you're coming from on that one. So, Superman 3 computer turns.
Joe.
Okay.
But it still had Richard Pryor in it, which was awesome.
No, that movie was not awesome.
Pryor.
The only redeeming part of that movie was when Clark Kent fought the evil Superman. That was about the only good part of that movie.
But it's still awesome.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's better than 4.
1 or 2. That's all you get from Christopher Reeves, okay? 1 or 2. That's it. We don't talk about 3 and 4. We don't talk about 3 and 4.
Oh, I don't talk about 4. I just go 1 through 3.
No, don't talk about 3. No.
Dude had this awesome.
Although it's a genius move, really, to take the quarter cents and the half cents and pile them up. Yeah, that's a pretty genius move. But anyway, okay. The next one I want to talk about, because I am a big proponent for mental health in this country and people getting better mental health care. I'm actually in that industry myself, being a resident manager at a rehab. We found out this week about the Miss USA, Noella Voigt. She resigns, cites her mental health while relinquishing the crown. Voigt, 24, who took the Miss USA title in September, said on Instagram that she wishes to inspire others to prioritize their mental health. And if that's the reason she's doing it, I applaud her. Definitely, you got to take care of yourself between the ears. The propensity these days is to just throw drugs at things, and this mental health is not the thing you want to do that to. And it takes there's nothing wrong with having a drug regime with it, but you have to have therapy and that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, you do.
But if it's not, then that needs to be looked into, because there's a conspiracy theory, if you want to call it that, a rumor, whatever you want to call it. This article, and my wife told me about this today, and I couldn't believe it. It says, did Miss USA Noella Voigt's resignation statement contain a hidden message? Now, they're talking about the statement on Instagram, and apparently, if you take the first letter of each sentence, it says, "I am silenced." And like I said, you can go look it up on Instagram for yourself. It's under Noelle Voigt's Instagram page. But apparently, every first what did it say? Every first letter of each sentence spells out "I am silenced." I thought that was pretty interesting. So
I'm not gonna lie. If that turns out to be like their publicist that like made that, or some writer, and like that was his kind of way of sneaking that in there, and because he's speaking like in terms of philosophical, I'm being silenced because I'm the writer, and like shit like that. He's just trying to his cry for help.
Right. If it's the publicist doing it, right, not her.
Wow.
Oh,
I think that would be a bigger plot twist than
but
I don't know. I don't know the situation.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I just thought it was interesting, and I really think that her shining a light on mental health, regardless of this backstory thing, is a very good thing. Somebody of her stature, being the Miss USA, relinquishing the crown because she wants to go get her mind right. there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I didn't look down. A lot of people said Andrew Luck was a punk when he walked away from the NFL right in the middle of the preseason. I didn't. I was like, hey man, we don't know what it takes to play that game. We've never played it at that level. You got to be a tough-minded individual to do that. And how many athletes have we seen walk away from careers? Detroit's seen a couple of them. Barry Sanders and Megatron is who I'm thinking of. Calvin Johnson Jr. Two guys that had a lot of football left in them walked away from the game because they wanted to be able to walk when they were 60. You know, you can't. Yeah, they're paying you millions of dollars, but you know what? He's not going to make those millions of dollars when he walks away from a contract. He gets paid no more, you know, because whether you know this or not, they sign these contracts, but they get paid by the game. Some of it's guaranteed, right? And they collect that money up front, but the rest of it is all in paychecks. They make weekly when they have to play to earn that money. And, you know, yeah, you can say what you want about Andrew Luck, but you know what? He didn't make any money after that. And we have not seen him since. Has anybody seen him on talk shows or anything?
Nope.
He walked away from the game. Yeah.
He walked away.
So, you know, I didn't get mad at him. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of Colts fans probably pissed off at him because they've been hurting for a quarterback for how long now? But, you know, hey, we don't know what it takes to play that game. And I've seen the one that really shocked me the most, and you guys John will remember this guy, but you two may not. His name was Robert Smith. He retired about the same time as Barry Sanders, and he was younger than Sanders. He was a running back, a beast of a running back, played for the Minnesota Vikings, and he walked away from it too. And we've never seen him since, never. You know, so we don't know what goes on in these guys' lives. We really don't. We might think we do, but we just know what they'll tell us. What's that, John?
He quit because he was causing problems with his marriage.
There you go.
That's why he walked away.
How can you get mad at that? I mean,
his wife
was
was more important than the game.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, how many times did they go on Giselle about?
Right?
No shit.
Yeah, they did. They did make a lot of Giselle jokes, man. Hey Vince, what's going on?
Hey, Vince,
and how he went with that one. Who I can't remember. Maybe Kevin Hart. Like to go 8 and 9 just to screw up your marriage or something like that.
Right? Yeah, to go 8, 9 just to mess up your marriage. Yeah, that was a funny one. It was good.
He went back to school and got his master's in education, and he's a volunteer coach for the Palo Alto High School for the junior varsity team.
That's cool.
But see, the whole reason why he did it, that makes perfect sense to me. I mean, that shows you what the priority is in his life, right?
It's his family.
It's his family.
Yeah.
That's what he's.
You can't be mad at a guy for that. If they quit you can't be mad. No, he chose family over football. I go.
I can. That. He was on my fantasy. No, I'm
kidding. He's like bastard. He cost me so much.
Luckily, I didn't draft Aaron Rodgers last year, so I was. He was not on my team. So
I want to thanks a lot, Vince, for that comment. I appreciate it, man. Keep sending those comments like that because I do need to monitor the Rumble chat a little bit.
I'm over there right now.
Popping it out so I can have it up here whenever I need it. Good to see you over there. Let's see. What did he say over here in Rumble? Tim Pool, Tim Cast.
Yeah,
haven't been to a cinema in like 20 years. Wow.
Better than his newest superpower, ancient Chinese masonry.
Yeah, ancient Chinese masonry. Vince is a maniac, dude. Love him to death. If you don't follow him on Gilded, you're messing up. Yeah. He puts some good stuff out there. But anyway, thanks for watching over there on Rumble, guys. Appreciate you. And definitely give me a follow over there. I've only got 72 followers over there on Rumble.
I have less than that over there, too.
Oh, yeah. You know, what you going to do? But anyway, I thought that was a cool story. And that's it for the pop culture update for this week. There wasn't much going on. So we will get into the next story we got going here. And that's The Fall Guy. Now, 2 of us have seen it. You 2 haven't. So we'll keep it spoiler free. But I got to tell you, if you're a fan of Well, I will give this spoiler. If you're a fan of the TV show, one thing that may mess you up is he's not a bounty hunter in this.
I got told that. Yeah, and I was like, ugh.
This is kind of like this, if they decided to make a series of these and make him a bounty hunter, this would have been a good beginning to it, though. You know what I mean?
Well, I wonder if that's what they may do then.
Yeah. I'm just saying you could see through the film itself.
Not after that box office.
No. Well, I mean that. Well, we've seen other movies get legs after the
and we've seen other movies go from movies to TV show too.
Yeah,
like Stargate.
Yeah,
so.
True. Oh my God, he's here, boys and girls. Hang on a second. Where is? Yeah, this guy's here.
There are some who call me Tim.
Yeah, it's Tim. What's going on, man? 73. Did I number it wrong or something? Did I number this wrong? Did I mess it up? And Martin Acosta Santana is here. 73 now. I don't know what he means by that.
And on Rumble, you're 72 now. You're
73. Hey, 73 now. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it, Tim. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And Martin Acosta is here, and I hope he's up tonight for some.
Oh, dude, you better be in there for tonight so we can watch him go around for another 2 hours.
And Martin endorses the Fall Guy movie as well.
Yeah.
I endorse it. I enjoyed it. I would love to go see it again because if you guys have watched me play the video game streams, you know I love stunts. I love car stunts. I love real stunts by stuntmen. I love fights in movies. But I'm one of those guys that I like to see. Like, for instance, the Ape movie that's opening up this weekend. I'm not going to go see that in the theater. I'm just not going to go see it because I'm not a big fan of this. What a good friend of mine calls the CGI nightmare. Nothing but CGI in it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm much more of a fan of like what Godzilla -1 was. A lot of practical effects with enhancements with CGI. You know what I mean? That's the best, if you ask me. And like Star Wars was. It had a lot of the first three, the first 3 episodes, the remakes, he was trying to make movies that he wouldn't even need actors for.
In Raiders was a lot of huge practical effects.
Well, what I'm saying is, those are products of their time, Jed.
I know.
What I'm saying is in this day and age, people are still making movies with practical effects and just enhancing it with CGI. Some of these movies are all CGI, man.
I hate
George Miller and his Mad Max movies with Fury Road and I guess Furiosa.
All of them so far have been mostly stunt driven, but with real stunts.
Big on practical effects. The CGI stuff is like the tornado and stuff like that.
Right. It enhances what he's doing with the physical effects. Yes, that I think is a proper use of it. When you do nothing but CGI, it can turn into a mess, man. It can turn into something.
Yeah, look at Marvel,
Yeah. Well, in other words, they really built that truck with the hundreds of speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Flaming guitar was real.
That flaming guitar had real flames coming out of it and everything. I mean, yeah. And if you've seen those movies, I mean, God, man, that one stunt from, was it is it the Road Warrior or Beyond Thunderdome, where the guy went head over heels when they hit the wall at that bridge and he just went flying off the vehicle, head over heels. What movie was that from? Was that, I can't remember if it was, I don't think it was the Road Warrior.
I think it's from
Thunder's. No, it wasn't Mad Max. No, it's one of the other two.
It's the Road Warrior. Sorry, the Road Warrior.
Yeah, it's either the Road Warrior or Thunderdome. But I'm a big fan of stunts, man. I love them. Whenever, of course, you guys know I'm a big Bond fanatic. I'm probably the only one on this panel that is. But
Bond's awesome, man.
Yeah, but I mean, I watch him all the time, and whenever they made the one Die Another Day with Pierce Brosnan, the last one he made, the one with Halle Berry and Madonna in it, and they went way overboard with the special effects. They they decided then they were going to make it a more grounded Bond, and that's when they brought in Daniel Craig and got back to real stunts with real stuntmen and all that good stuff, and it made for a much better movie, you know. So yeah,
Skyfall is the only one I liked out of his whole thing.
Oh, Casino Royale is the best one he made, dude. The first one he was in was the best one he made. They all went downhill after that.
Skyfall and Casino
Skyfall's
Royale.
good. Don't get me wrong. It's my second favorite one.
Yeah,
But Casino Royale is the best one he made, dude. That was awesome.
But that other one, the other one.
The rest of them is.
Skyfall.
Well, it's because he decided he wanted to put relationships into Bond's life, and that's horse shit.
Yeah.
No, he's on a mission. No, sorry.
He'll get the pussy, but he ain't gonna marry the pussy.
He ain't marrying. No, he ain't doing that. So anyway, the Fall Guy. It starts off a young relationship with these two when they're. He's actually the cock of the walk at the time at the beginning of it, and she's like a production person, right? She's a what was she? She was a camera person, something like that.
Yeah.
And then he has an accident and pretty much is out of commission for a long period of time, and they have a falling out, and that and the movie picks up as they're being reintroduced on a movie that she's directing, and it's just you'd have to see it, man. It is pretty funny. It drags at the beginning of it a little bit, but
it does.
But after
how bad does it drag? Like how long?
I mean, it's just. Go ahead.
I almost quit.
Yeah.
I had to stop because I could only watch like the first 30 minutes when I first was watching it, and then I had to stop for like a day and then do work, and I came home and watched it after work, and it just it got much better for sure.
Yeah,
but I was not looking forward to watching it.
So it was one of these movies.
The first act drags. Okay, yeah, they're introducing the characters, and they're in kind of some weird situations and stuff. But what's going on, Kay? Good to see you. Good to see you.
She's out and about right now. So,
but the second and third acts, man, it's got some funny moments in it. It's got some great action in it, and the characters you actually start rooting for, you actually start feeling for in certain parts of it. You know what I mean? Where you didn't in the first act, and it has surprises along the way that you don't even see coming. Did you see any of that stuff in the third act coming there, Knock? I didn't see some of that stuff coming at all. But
no,
yeah, really. It was a good flick. I think the reason why it only made 27.7 million is because people just aren't going to the theater right now. You're gonna have to give them something like a Dune, like a Deadpool, and you know what, guys? People are, first of all, the economy's not getting any better. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And people have been, I've said it before on the show, and I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but these friggin' streaming services are cutting off their own legs.
Yep.
They really are. Some people are like, I'm not paying to go see that in the theater. I'll wait till it comes on the streaming service, right? And they're killing their own box office doing this stuff, man. I really would like to see the second run theater come back, and they're only going to do that if they keep these things off of television for at least 9 months, at least.
I would say 7 to 9 months or something like that.
But now it's only a month and a half, and it's on a streaming service.
You have to do it like the old days, where the movies were in there for a while, and you didn't, and then you didn't see that movie until like a year or two later on TV or something.
Yeah.
So.
But I enjoyed this, and I tell you this much: if Ryan Gosling keeps making movies like this, he's gonna.
Oh, he's gonna knock it out of the park.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. He's gonna start becoming one of the
because
most
he was
in Hollywood.
Speaking of Barbie, he was the knockout star of that film.
Yeah,
he was.
Nobody was talking about. That's what's funny about Barbie. Yeah. Nobody was talking about Margot Robbie after that movie. Nobody was.
Ken.
They were all talking about Ken. Every one of them were talking about
it. Was the Ken movie, basically.
He won an award. I mean,
he was nominated for an award. He did not win one.
Nominated.
Yeah. But this, guys, I highly recommend it. And John and Jed, it's one you can take your lady to.
Okay.
Trust me, because the girl isn't. She's not a Mary Sue.
Okay.
The only bad thing I heard about this, as far as Emily Blunt, let me zoom in on this, guys, and you'll notice it's not just airbrushing. She looks like this in the movie. She's had some work done to her face.
Yeah, she has.
And well, great. It done rebooted as soon as I did that, but yeah, she looks different. She's had some plastic surgery done, and you can tell it.
It's like that chick in The Boys where she looked beautiful, and now she looks like
Kardashian.
I don't. Right, Kardashian stuff, right?
Yeah, she looks like a fucking Kardashian.
I don't think it's at that pitch. I really don't think it's at that pitch. She didn't get anything done that drastically, but you can tell she had her cheeks done. Yeah. She's got bigger cheeks now. It's yeah, I was like, really? Already? You're not that old girl.
You don't need to do that. Like,
yeah.
No.
John ain't going nowhere. John
Krasinski. John, I bet you John was like, hey, you're beautiful the way you are. Don't do it.
Right.
Because we all know how John talks.
I tell you who was good in this, and that was what's his name? Andy Taylor Johnson. Is that his name?
Yeah.
The guy that played Kick-Ass.
He's
the movie star that
dude, and isn't he gonna be Craven too?
Yeah, he's Craven.
He said he was gonna be Craven.
But he was really good as the narcissistic fucking movie star that
I didn't even recognize him.
Yeah, right. They had him with blonde curly hair, and it didn't even look like him, man. It really didn't.
Look what E. Clay said.
What did he say? Let's see. Have you seen Pamela Anderson lately? Yikes! Yeah, and apparently she's going to be in the Naked Gun remake. Didn't we?
Oh my God, no! Please,
yeah, we talked about that.
No,
yeah.
Without Leslie Nielsen, you can't do it. I'm sorry.
Oh God, so bad.
You can't.
My issue with this movie, especially in the first half, I just didn't find I didn't care for their chemistry, honestly.
Yeah, but it got there, didn't it?
It got there eventually, yes. But in the beginning, I don't know. Like, the whole thing was that she was supposed to be heartbroken, but she was always like just flirting with him nonstop the whole fucking time and touching them, and it was just weird. Like they're supposed to, she was supposed to be heartbroken, right? And then, you mentioned in the chat how she was doing that cut where she was basically talking in front of everybody and throwing them against the wall for one of the stunts over and over again.
Yes, that was awesome.
But I know there didn't seem to be any downplay in this. When there's that time in a stereotypical time in a movie, in a romance, where there's she's betrayed by him or whatever, or there's down and then he redeems himself kind of thing.
Yeah,
there kind of was at the bar scene, but I mean, really, it just, I don't know.
That part of it was weird to me too, Knock. I mean, he's the one that got flattened physically for a while, but he's the one that dumped her. I mean, that was kind of weird. That was weird. I thought that was kind of strange. You're right.
I didn't find their relationship believable.
Yeah,
in that. So that was my thing.
Yeah, but boy, did it pick up! Look, the third act is awesome. It's worth watching.
Yeah, the second half of the movie is way better. I was definitely more interested, but by the end of it, I was definitely more. It was like watching Andor.
Yeah, right. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
I don't want to go back and watch this. And then I stuck with it. And then I enjoyed it by the end of it. So, will I go see it again, like Joe? Absolutely not. But will I ever watch it again? Maybe, if it's on. I don't know. It didn't blow my socks off. I did like the twist at the end.
Yeah, the twist at the end. I didn't see it coming. It's very cool. And you guys won't pick up on it. Trust me, you won't. But the thing I love about it is the physical effects, the stunts that are in the movie. That there's a chase scene that is just wholly unbelievable, guys. You're not going to believe it when you see it. It is fantastic, and it's all done with real stunts. There's no CGI in it. And I got to say, though, this is not a spoiler, but check out the dog in this movie. He steals every scene he's in. The dog is fucking awesome. He really is. He's good.
The dog looks cool. Dude, he really put a seatbelt around the dog and everything.
You got to see it, man. It's funny. But do I say rush out to the theater and see it? If you're into stunt work and stuff like that. And the one thing I did like was somebody asked him in the movie, I can't remember who it was, but they asked him, do you guys get Oscars for this? And he said, no, we don't. And that's one of the things. They actually played, if you remember the television show, they played the theme song. Okay.
They did?
Yeah, the theme song was in there, and
was it sung? Or was it just the song?
It's the original song from the TV show.
Because that was Lee Majors that sang it. So.
Yeah. It's
was
on there.
Was he in the movie?
Yeah, he's got a cameo in it. Okay. I'm not going to tell you where it is or anything, but yeah, he's.
I just want to know if he was in it.
But I think this is in the trailer. But the Dune reference was funny as shit.
Yeah, it was. That was great. Yep, that was good. Mm-hmm. But what I say, run out and see it in the theater if you're into stunts, if you're into real stuff, if you're a fan of George Miller's work with Road Warrior and Mad Max and stuff like that, and you like real stunts, go see it. You will see some.
If you're a fan of Ryan Gosling or
you're a fan of Ryan Gosling, go see it. You will enjoy it.
So Martin just said something there, Joe.
What do we got? Let's see. It's not the original song. The lyrics are different. Are they really? Okay.
Because the original song goes, "I'm not one to kiss and tell, but I've been seen with Farrah," and I doubt they made that reference.
Yeah, they probably didn't. But
nobody
anyway,
will know that. So.
Yeah, nobody will get that one. But the song is in at the end of it. Look, I wasn't a big fan of the TV show. I'm more of a fan.
Was awesome.
The reason why I went and saw this, though, because I knew it was about stuntmen, right? I know from watching the TV show that he was a stuntman in the movies, and I'm a huge fan of stuntmen. And the guy that directed this is the same guy that directed Bullet Train, Leach. He is an ex-stuntman, just like one of my favorite directors, the guy that basically made Burt Reynolds a star. What is that guy's name that did Smokey and the Bandit and Hooper and all those movies? Oh God, I'm having a senior moment. I know that guy's name, and I'm going to be kicking myself in the ass whenever I see.
Martin just said, "What? The TV show was awesome," and of course it was.
I understand that, dude, but by the time that TV show came on, I think I was already in the Army. I wasn't watching much TV back.
Yeah, the TV show was fucking awesome.
But I'm just saying I didn't follow it as much as most people did. Let me think. What is that?
Like I said, they filmed an episode or two down here.
Hang on. Let me find this guy's name real quick. There we go. All I had to do was write in SMO, and it showed his name. Hal Needham. That's his name. He was the director that directed Burt Reynolds and all those comedies he made with the stunt work in it. He was an ex-stuntman too. Cannonball Run. If you've ever seen Cannonball Run, the credits part of that fucking movie is one of the funniest things you'll ever see.
Yes, it is.
And Hal Needham, near the end of it, is you see him like with his hands like this, running away from the camera, and it's just, dude, it's a riot.
I would say funny. Cannonball Run and Cannonball Run 2 has to be two. Those are one of my top movies right there. Like, that's in the
first one. Yeah, Cannonball Run 2's okay, but it's not that great.
It's corny as hell. I love it.
My favorite Burt Reynolds movie ever is Hooper, and it's about a stuntman. And there's a song in that one that's a lot like the song from The Fall Guy called "There Ain't Nothing Like the Life of a Hollywood Stuntman." Is the name of the song, and it is fantastic. And if you've ever played the game Stuntman, that hootin' and hollering part, the one where you're doing the Dukes of Hazzard type TV show, they actually have a stunt that's just like it, with the chimneys falling, right, where they have to drive the car under it as the friggin' things are falling. That is actually in there. So that's always been my favorite movie about stuntmen is Hooper. Let's see. I liked that Colt's truck is exactly the same he had in the TV show.
Not quite. It's missing the eagle on the hood.
They do have the one from the TV show close to the end of it, though.
Would they do? The eagle on it?
They do.
Okay.
Really liked, let's see, and the modern trucks that he drives in Australia had the same paint job. Yes, they did. Let's see. And yes, Jean-Claude is one of the most funny things in the movie. Yes, absolutely. No doubt. So anyway, it didn't make much money, but you know what? The fans are liking it. its current Rotten Tomatoes is 82% by the reviewers and 87% by the fans. So I don't know. This one, I don't. I think it may be like the first Dune movie. I think it may accumulate over time.
Oh, over
It
time,
may
yeah, I
have
was
good
thinking about that
word
too.
of mouth and stuff.
You know,
But we'll see what happens with it. It's one of those things where I just don't think people have been conditioned not to run out to the movies anymore.
they did that during the bullshit period.
You've got to put something out there like a Deadpool or like a Joker movie. Those two are the only two. You've heard me say it. I think they're the only ones that have a shot at $1 billion this year. The rest of them, they're just,
unless somebody comes out with an indie movie that like just shocks everybody, and they just out of
There's
nowhere.
no such thing, Jed.
Yeah,
that does not exist. There's never going to be an indie movie that comes out that's going to get $1 billion. It's never.
Did you say indie or Indian?
He said indie.
Yeah,
I thought you said Indian. I was going to say even RRR didn't make $1 billion.
Yeah, dude, RRR is a bloody awesome movie.
Yeah,
oh,
I've heard that, but since I got to read subtitles, I'm not going to see it. I hate it. Yeah. And what I really hated about it, that's Ray Stevenson's one of his last movies. So that
you
really
sound
sucked.
like Kay. Kay doesn't like reading subtitles either. So
I don't. It's not that I can't read. It's just when I read things, I read them over and over again. I read very slowly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I wanted to watch that Goodbye Earth the other day, but I'm also like really into Fallout New Vegas right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm trying to play the game and listen to something rather than reading subtitles and play a game, so
yeah.
it's I can't do both.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Well, it's funny you bring up video games because our next subject we've got to talk about, boys and girls.
Joe, I put it in the private chat. I wanted to talk about something first.
Okay, sure. What do you got there?
I wanted to stick on movies real quick because I would have brought it up last week, but somebody was taking it off. I watched because I want to bring our girl back on. We got to discuss her every week. I feel like Sydney Sweeney. I watched.
You know what? I almost made a Sydney Sweeney graphic just for a Sydney Sweeney watch up there. You know what? I'm going to do it. You have just inspired me, man. Yes, go for it.
Well, I actually watched Anyone But You. I watched it.
Oh, you
I did too. I did too.
Yeah. Okay, so we can talk about it now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have cared if we spoiled Anyone But You.
No. Go ahead.
But it was a stereotypical, movie. What do they call them? Romantic comedies.
Yeah, rom-com. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
did you know it's the highest grossing comedy of the last decade? Did you know that?
Well, that's because comedies are dead.
That's because comedies are dead. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. They're dead.
The movie was genuinely funny, too.
No, I enjoyed it. And you know what? It made me look at what other things Sydney Sweeney's done. There's another movie that I got, and I skimmed through it because of reasons. And it's called The Voyeurs.
I wonder why. Just skimmed through.
And this movie is Sydney Sweeney stars in it, and it's basically where I'm trying to think what else to compare it to, but it's Rear Windows and like I don't know, something else. I don't know, but basically her and her boyfriend move into this apartment, and it's got a great view of a couple next door, and the couples are they get raunchy a lot, and then it turns out the guy is like seeing other women, and they're watching him the whole time. Right, mm-hmm. this couple right here, Sweeney and her boyfriend.
I heard about this.
And at some point, she goes and talks to the guy.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the guy from the Society of Magical Negroes, right?
Yeah, it is.
Isn't that the guy? Yeah, that's him.
It might be.
Mm-hmm.
When he's taking that picture, now that's just very deceptive. That scene where he's taking the picture is actually of Sydney Sweeney, and you get to see some goodies in that one. And the twist at the end is
yo, man, is this State of the Atmosphere or Mr. Skin?
Hey, man, I'm just saying. I'm not on any of those shows, but but I wanted to see what else Sydney Sweeney was into, and
he wanted to see what.
And I saw this one, And I saw this one. I was like, this looks interesting. So I looked
He's
it up.
like, hey, she's got her tits in this.
I skipped her, and that's Natasha Badiza right there. I met her. Borgesio.
Really?
That's Sabine right there. That's Sabine Wren.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
So I didn't realize she was in it too. She's the girlfriend of the guy that they're all looking in on.
Right, I got you.
So
Ruben,
it's actually a pretty decent movie. So
I am Mr. Skin. Yes, Ruben. Yes.
So there, I had to plug my girl Sydney Sweeney for this week. We have to talk about her every week if we can. So
he's like, hey, she's got a nice pair of tits in the movie.
But as far as back to my original movie, anyone but you, not as raunchy. It's definitely more of a rom-com for sure. I just like seeing her, talking her speech.
I'm gonna go ahead.
I just say, it's just about them trying to pretend to hate each other and then they fall in love. That's
how did you guys like the song at the end of the movie where everybody was acting goofy?
Well, I mean, they all they're doing is ripping off. There's something about Mary.
Yeah, I know, but I thought that was kind of funny though. So,
yeah, it was cool.
You haven't seen anything like that in a while, so
no, it's because look, I've said it over the last few weeks, and that's it. We're going to start having a Sydney Sweeney spot every week.
Yeah, we should.
I'm not a fan of blondes. Everybody knows all three of my wives have been petite brunettes. I'm not a fan of blondes, but I just like this girl's attitude. She has a good time. She laughs at herself. She doesn't take herself too seriously. And I like the guy that's in this too.
Dude, he's fucking hilarious.
Maverick.
He's so funny.
He's the modern day Iceman in Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
He plays Hangman in it. And
especially when they go up to that one, they're like, hey, you guys need to go up to the cliff. And then there's that spider. She pulls it out of his shorts.
Oh my God!
Dude,
yeah,
he's like,
that is funny. She totally punks him, man. It's ridiculous.
I think I think my favorite scene was when they jumped off the boat and he's trying to swim and he's like, why aren't you swimming? He's like, I can't swim that long. He's like, what are those muscles for? He's like, I don't train for endurance.
I don't do cardio. Yeah,
I don't do cardio.
Dude,
yeah,
he's so mean. I'm like, I don't do cardio, but I'll work out.
I thought it was a great movie. So if you haven't seen it, John, I would recommend this with the lady.
Yeah, this is a good one for you and your lady, man.
See that with your girl, because I saw it with Kay. So yeah.
It's definitely worth a watch. I enjoyed it.
And boys and girls, at the end, that's how you'll know we're done with the pop culture segment from now on. We will have a Sydney Sweeney update.
We go from Sigourney Weaver to Sydney Sweeney. So we're going. So.
Yes, the Sydney Sweeney spot. There you go.
Sydney Sweeney G spot.
Look at Ruben, attitude, tits, man, dude. Yeah, look, she won me over with that sweatshirt we were talking about. What was it? 2 weeks ago before I went to New Orleans, we did that one where she's got the T-shirt that says, "Forgive me for having great tits" or something like that. I think is what it says. I mean, that just tells you everything you need to know about that chick right there. She is not afraid of being making fun of herself and having a good time.
Yeah, I'm definitely completely submitting by her. Her and now Ella Purnell from Fallout. Purnell,
who is in
Fallout.
Fallout, yes, absolutely.
And I started watching Yellow Jacket. In Yellow Jacket, she's got that. I don't know if you guys watch Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
she's got that. I don't know her name, or it's the big sister, who's like that really little girl.
Yeah,
not a little girl, but she's a short woman.
Now Vince must be talking about Glenn Powell here. He says he reminds me of Eisenberg, the guy who played.
No,
Michael Rosenbaum.
That's Michael Rosenbaum. Yeah.
He said he reminds me of him. Oh, that Michael Rosenbaum is the guy that played
Rosenbaum.
Okay.
Yeah. I met him too.
Okay.
Oh, dude, he's a nice dude. I met him.
Yeah. Okay.
He's got a pretty cool podcast.
Zack Snyder, well, not Zack Snyder, but the dude that's doing a new Superman movie, he said Michael Rosenbaum was the best Lex Luthor so far.
Really?
I've watched 5 seasons of Smallville. He's pretty good. I think he ended after.
He's up there with fucking Hackman.
I'm sorry. The best Lex Luthor isn't even a Lex Luthor. It's Lionel Luthor.
So.
Okay. All right.
The one from Supergirl?
No, from
Smallville.
From Smallville.
Yeah, Smallville.
Lex's dad is a better Lex Luthor than any other Lex Luthor's been out there, except for maybe Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vince. I'm checking in on Rumble again. Vince says talking about Cannonball Run. By the way, Knock, if you've never seen Cannonball Run, you need to put that on the Knock list.
Cannonball. I love that movie.
I
don't do good with those movies, but yeah.
Dude, and Menudo did was it the second one or the first one?
I've seen clips of it. My dad watches it all the time when it's on TV.
Okay, all right. Well, it's got an all-star cast. I mean, it's got everybody from James Bond to.
I'll watch it someday. For sure.
Dude, they got Jackie Chan when he couldn't speak English in it.
Yeah, he's in it. Yeah,
This was
he
before
couldn't talk
Jackie
English.
Chan.
That's right.
You want to talk about stunts? Watching stunts as a kid? Jackie Chan is my childhood.
Yeah,
there you go.
Couldn't talk English in the movie because he didn't know English yet.
But Vince Momack says over here, that's okay because I always wanted to be Captain USA.
Oh my god,
Captain America. Yeah, from the outtakes. Yeah, I'm telling you, the outtakes of that movie are they're worth watching the whole damn thing for. It's ridiculous, man. It's too funny. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna do the Sydney Sweeney spot from now on. If you guys see anything during the week, put it in the thread, and I'll make sure we get it up there. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to pull a random photo from the internet. That's just all.
So
or check in on a project she's working on. I mean, didn't she just do a horror?
Just
movie?
did that horror, yeah.
And she produced it, right?
Immaculate, I think it was. Right?
She produced the movie too. She plays a nun in it, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I thought.
I'm not big into horror movies, so I don't know.
Random photos.
She's actually done a lot of horror movies.
Random photos. Yes, it is the engagement ring.
Yeah,
Allie
that has nothing to do with Sydney Sweeney. How dare you, John?
Oh, John, that's awesome.
We weren't talking about anything but you. We were talking about rom-coms. You guys keep bringing up girlfriends. Of course he's going to show off the ring, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true.
He got engaged this week. Congratulations to Allie and John Das Wolfen. Yes. Let's hear it for him. Very cool. I figured they were going to get engaged. I didn't think it'd be that fast, but they like to move fast. They started dating, then they moved in together. Now they're engaged. Next week, it'll be the elopement. You know, we'll be hearing that they went to a justice of the peace in St. Louis or Kansas City. You know,
we're not going to do that.
Somebody's been watching Fast and Furious.
I will drive north for that if you guys, when you guys do get it done.
We're going to have a regular ceremony.
I will definitely drive north.
You know it's right. You know it's right, Joe. So.
That's right. I know that. Hey, man.
Well,
I thought it was right 3 times. I guess I was only right once. The other 2 were just practice, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My grandparents were married 73 years till my grandmother died, and they were engaged, or they had just dated for 3 weeks.
Really? Wow.
Before they got married.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's like that. You know.
And my sister is still, she's, Josh, and they got married after 5 months. So
Vince says 3rd time's a charm. Yeah, well, that's what it was for me, man.
Yeah, look how many times I had to fuck up before I met Kay. So
there you go.
Well, there's still time, Jed. Don't worry.
Oh no, Kay's left. No, I'm done. I'm sticking with her. Oh man, so.
I was fixing to say, you guys need to stop while you're ahead. Really, you do. Your girlfriend's in the chat, and
no, she's
Dolph Wolfen's lady's in the room. Guaranteed. Yeah. She's pretty close.
No, she's in the next room.
Shotgun wedding. Room. That's what's next. Yeah. I don't think they're doing that. No. We're not going to need a shotgun at John's.
No, she's out because she's going to get some food right now, and then she's coming home.
Okay. So. Well, let's see. Do we want to get into the biggest story that I have today that I really think is a killer story?
Are we
I think
about
it's
Superman?
An awesome story. No, not Superman. Not yet. We'll go ahead and do Superman.
I have some things on that. I already figured out. I was like looking at the picture. I was like,
and you know what? I completely forgot to get the picture. So let me do that real quick, guys.
My geek mind
got distracted by Sydney there.
Yeah, dude, you start talking Sydney. I start looking.
Could they choose a pose that emasculated Superman more?
Look, what I'm wondering about this picture, and we'll talk about it. Hang on.
Okay, so I know what's going on in some of that picture.
Yeah, well, you just hold your horses, homeboy. Let me get it first. Let me find this thing. Where are you, you pain in the butt? Oh, God, here we go.
And
let's see.
Actually, a panel, John, where he's sitting at like that in the comics, where there's something going on behind him, and he's putting his boots on. Like, he stole that right from the comic book.
Let's see. What is homeboy's name? Corn Sweat?
Yeah.
Superman Corn Sweat Instagram.
Wow, he's got an Instagram? That's crazy.
That's where I think it was James Gunn's Instagram.
Yeah, it's James Gunn's Instagram.
Look, okay, what do you guys find it? Because apparently my searching skills aren't.
Oh, I have it.
Today.
Just a second. I was looking at it last night because I was showing.
All right.
Okay.
Because I can't find it all.
Let me get it.
James Gunn's Instagram.
I have it. Just a second.
I know. The internet's hard sometimes, too.
It is, especially for some old fucks.
James.
What is Goggle?
What is Goggle? Man, fuck off. Instagram, Superman.
It's on Superman. It's on Instagram.
What kind of hits can I get on that from Alta Vista?
All right. There it is. Okay, I got it, guys.
You got it?
I
had
apologize.
It right here. Okay.
I got it. Here we go. All right.
Okay.
There it is right there.
So
let me go ahead and pull this up. View image. Here it is.
Okay, so
this is the Instagram post from James Gunn. This is the Superman outfit they're going with.
I'm okay with this. I'm okay.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and zoom in on it, but he's got the red underwear on.
I already zoomed in all over this. Oh. My geek senses went all over this shit. Okay.
Well, here's my problem with it. It looks like the city's being nuked, and he's nonchalantly putting his boots on.
There was a panel in the comics, I think, back in the '90s with this. That's where James Gunn took this from.
There's a problem with this. Superman has super speed. He can get dressed practically instantly. If something was going on behind him, he would not be taking his time. He would have already been dressed.
Because he can hear everything on the planet.
Yeah, so that thing in the
it looks like he's resigned to me. I don't know.
No, that thing in the background.
He doesn't want to go to work today.
That's Green Lantern and Brainiac fighting right there.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is. I figured it out because I zoomed into that shit. So Green Lantern's got his shield going up, and like Brainiac's shooting some shit.
This is me getting. This is when I used to get up to work at Walmart. This is what I look like. I don't want to get up. I don't want to go today. I don't want to work at all. You're
killing me, bro.
Screw this.
Let me see if I can zoom in on this.
Look at my misery.
About the most I can zoom in looks like. Hang on. No. There we go. Okay.
That's Green Lantern fighting Brainiac.
That looks like a unicorn.
Yeah.
Why does it look like a unicorn? Look, you got the front of it looks like a feet. The top part looks like a head of a horse. It's a unicorn.
Yeah.
But as far as the Superman look, I like the outfit.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
good with the
outfit. It's a
outfit.
Combination of Christopher Reeve's outfit and Kingdom Come Superman outfit too.
But I'm wondering what the scorch mark is right here.
That's what I would because
that was yesterday's work.
That was yesterday's work, and he had
because he
hadn't been able to wash the uniform. Is that what it is?
He's so damn tired.
No, they're going back to like the Christopher Reeve. How back in the original Superman the movie, his outfit got really dirty. Gunn said he wanted to bring some of the Reeve stuff back, or when he was fighting, his outfit got all dirty and he had to change it. And
if it's James Gunn, you know it's going to be gritty, so it's going to be a lot of shit going on.
And then I did notice when I was looking at it, he put some Guardians of the Galaxy flair in there in the Superman outfit. He did. Yeah. It doesn't look like the stupid Snyder one where he's all buff. No, he made it look kind of realistic.
As long as they don't do the 80s neon intro again. I mean, we've had enough of that. Love and Thunder didn't need to happen.
Yeah.
Look at E-Clay. Nobody's giving you a break. It's all over the internet.
No, fucking right, E-Clay. And I was like, hey, I got this.
Hey, see, Soups can move at super speed. He could be getting dressed in half a second with the monster in the background, right? Right. Yeah.
Right. So to me, clearly that says he doesn't want to get dressed fast. So I mean, I don't know. I don't have a problem with this scene.
There's a different angle where he looks like he's tying his boots. Really? Okay. All right. I haven't seen that one. I prefer the high collar with the frontal identification and the red border.
Yeah, I'm okay with this.
Indentation.
So I was doing some investigating last night. So what Gunn said is, because in the Snyder, the fucking Kryptonian ship made his outfit, right? And this one, Snyder has said the reason why it looks all scuffed and like this is because he has multiple suits like Clark has for real that his mom has helped made. So that's the reason.
Well, Mark's saying my problem with the suit is there's no way Mock can.
Well, that was what I was telling Martin. I've gone through some of what Gunn said.
You know what? You can take one hand what Gunn says.
Yeah, I know.
Shit in the other, and you'll get more truth than the shit.
I know, because he likes to troll. He loves trolling. But
hang on. Let's zoom in here. Clay Thomas says, "What's up with his hands? He looks like he's 80 years old."
And I don't.
You guys are zooming into this stuff way too much.
Here's my thing. I don't think this was them just taking a raw shot right here. I don't think this is the suit with all the, the real suit yet. I think that was just a raw shot. That's what they said. It was a raw shot. None of the extras yet.
They have to earn my trust at this point.
Yeah, so. I'm with John on that one.
I agree with that.
You got to prove it, man.
But you see me because I love Superman. I'm like I was pointing out all the shit. I was like, nope. Call it good. I'm okay.
Green Lantern is in the movie. I don't think it's Hal Jordan. I think it's
it's Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner,
right?
Completely miscast. As much as I love Nathan Fillion,
should have been Hal Jordan.
He should have been Hal. Yeah.
He was Hal Jordan in the Justice League cartoon.
Yeah.
Like, how did you fuck that up? Like, seriously, bro.
Because Ryan Reynolds was the guy behind it. That's why he wanted to play it. So there you go. Get over it. That's what happened. Get over it. Nathan Fillion fans, Firefly fans, get over it. Okay?
No.
I'm sorry.
The window has closed.
I'm never getting over Firefly.
Me neither, John. Me neither. They missed out on such a good opportunity. Oh my God.
Okay, so boys and girls, that is the Superman costume that they're going with, and it looks good to me.
Yeah, I'm okay for
I like more of a curve to the Superman S. I'm not a big fan of the straight line thing.
I like it because it's reminiscent of Kingdom Come.
Yeah, that's true.
Because 6 months ago, Gunn put a thing up there, getting plans ready or some shit.
All right, Vince, you take care of yourself, man, and thanks for giving me a heads up on Rumble. I'll keep an eye on it from here out. Thanks a lot, brother. Good night. It's great to see you. Thank you so much, bro.
Thanks for coming over there, Vince. Appreciate it, man.
Yep. But yeah, that's the picture that's taken the world by storm. That
for
James
right
Gunn
now,
put
I'm
up.
good. So
look, I'm glad that he's hyped about what he's doing.
Yeah.
James Gunn, look, say what you want about the guy. The guy, it's kind of like Tom Cruise. He's a flake, but he knows how to make a movie.
And he's a comic book fan.
Yeah. Well,
he loves comic books.
There's other comic book fans out there that
and
have made shitty movies. So
I know, trust me, but we're not giving him a pass yet.
But this guy's track record is one of making good
Guardian,
movies.
especially with Guardians.
Yeah.
So that's earned him credit.
Isn't bad.
Yeah.
So.
But anyway, okay, let's get back to one of our favorite subjects we like to talk about around here, because we found out the power of the consumer, the customer.
Star Wars
this week. No.
Bud Light.
I know.
We are talking about one of the most popular video games going right now. It's a video game called Helldivers 2.
Democracy.
Managed Democracy. Well, the fan base managed Sony's ass pretty quick.
Yeah.
Sony, if you don't know the story here, guys, first of all, let me read this headline. Sony reverses unpopular Helldivers 2 decision after blistering player reaction. Helldivers 2 Steam reviews went from overwhelmingly positive to overwhelmingly negative in just 3 days after Sony attempted to require a PSN account to play. Now, let me give you some background on this before I tell you what happened. When this game came out, and as much as the player base gets pissed about it, it is true. They did state that eventually you would need a PSN account with this game. Anybody that downloaded saw this. Okay. It's just a lot of people thought, yeah, okay, fine. They say this with all their games. Okay.
They do.
Okay. So anyway, it became very popular, and our guy Knock even turned me on to the trailer for it a couple weeks
we
ago.
watched the trailer.
We watched the trailer for it, which is dynamite. It's straight up Starship Troopers, man. It's fucking awesome. Very cool. I suggest going to check that out.
I agree with what Martin said.
Has anybody played it yet? Has anybody
played
it?
Yeah,
okay.
I played it a little bit. Yeah, I put my money in to. I felt like it was a good. Even if I don't know if I'll ever actually play it again. I do. Some games I just get so I can invest into that, group kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's more fun with people to play with, which I don't play mini games on PC, so I don't have a group.
Yeah.
But no,
this game seems like
it
seems like it's directed towards groups of people playing together, though.
Yeah, I mean, you could join randoms, but I'm sure it's a lot more fun.
Randoms are bad, dude.
I just don't play shooters.
Yeah,
because randoms kill you off too easy.
I don't do as much with shooters anymore these days. The last one I really got into was Destiny. Outside of that, I haven't really played much. Maybe a little bit of Borderlands. So, but yeah, I'm itching to get into football right now. I haven't played Madden in 6 months, and I'm just
withdrawal. I don't
want to say withdrawal. I don't want to say I have the itch the temptation, especially because I got Xbox Live and I want to go.
I want to show you this since you brought that up. Let me show you
25?
This. It's 23. It's 23.
Oh, it's 23.
I got it this weekend for $3.
Oh yeah,
$3 at GameStop. That's all it cost me. I actually was going to get it for PlayStation, and it was $7. And then I said, "Let me go check out." I still would have check out the Xbox One copy real quick, right? And
Joe, have you played a football game on an Xbox?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
He plays all the time.
I would not do that to myself. I do not want to learn the buttons.
You don't have to learn the buttons.
I'm ingrained.
It's all the same.
No. It's not the same. I'm ingrained.
Yeah, they are the same.
I'm ingrained with certain colors on certain players, and
they're just different symbols. It's the same.
It matters.
There's
X. There's X's in two different places.
Oh my god! Okay? Instead of
one
symbols,
X is on the bottom.
It's letters.
One X. No. One X is on the bottom of the controller. Wait, one X is on the left side of the controller.
Knock, are you admitting I'm better than you at a certain aspect of a video game? Is that what you're doing?
Oh no! I still beat you in Xbox. I played Xbox. I'm playing Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas.
No, I'm just playing. But
when it comes to football, I don't like the switch up. Not like that, especially when I've been playing it on PlayStation for so long.
I got you. The 2 times that I've played people online here on YouTube, against Real Wade Nation and against Twilight Linkable, I played on an Xbox both times. Yeah. And beat them both.
He creamed Wade.
Yeah. So, I mean, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, the symbols can be confusing, but really, I guess it's because I've been playing it for a long fucking time. I've played it since its birth in '95. That after a while, it's just muscle memory, man.
Yeah, I can switch from PlayStation.
You get to be playing the same playbook all the time. You're not even looking at the symbols. You're sitting here hitting the buttons.
It's just letters instead of symbols.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
But hey, I understand how it can throw knock off because some of the shit is different. I mean, the X button is not in the same place. On both of them, you got the A button is where the X button should be, and the X button is where the square button should be. I can see where it'll mess him up, but I
feel like I'd be fine with the outside receivers. It's the insides that would screw me up.
Right, and that's one of them. The X, right, is one of the ones on the inside that fucks you up, right?
Hey, Martin just said put stickers on the buttons.
That's not the problem, Martin.
That's not the problem. He's got to be able to look at the graphic. He's got to be able to read the graphic.
I need like a
he needs a flow chart for Xbox.
No, I need like a convert, like an auto conversion on the screen, like a setting that turns on and it just
automatically switches it to PlayStation.
Exactly.
Graphics, yeah. But let's get back on track here. Martin says we didn't win. They made a strategic regrouping. I have to. Well, you can agree with it all you want. If the fans hadn't done what they did, now what happened was they decided, since this game became so popular out the gate and so many people were playing it, that they wanted to get greedy and make people force them towards Sony to play it, right?
Yep.
And that's when all the negative review printed lips review bombing started. And it's also when there were very clear, a lot of the gamers on YouTube were sending out very clear messages. As a matter of fact, I think it wasn't one of the developers, but it was somebody that's real big in the video gaming space. I can't remember who it was. I've been following this and I haven't got articles for everything, but they were telling you specifically, don't drop the game, drop PlayStation Plus. Make Sony the target, not the developers of the game. That was the strategy. And people were dropping their PlayStation Plus. Well, that makes PlayStation pay attention. It would be like them telling everybody on Xbox, stop getting Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? It would be the equivalent. And that's when Sony sent out that tweet. And I don't have it here.
Because, Sony's already hurting over there.
Right. And Sony sent out a tweet, said that we didn't expect this kind of reaction. And the update that we were planning to make people lock into PlayStation Plus accounts is not going forward. They canceled it. They just decided not to do it. But in the meantime, it's been dropped from like 170 countries on Steam. The Steam, it's been dropped off of those servers. Now, what I'm interested to see is if it's going to be added back on Steam. It should be, but I don't know. I don't know if they're going to get those players back in those countries. I would imagine, as popular as this game is, they probably could. You guys tell me. I'm not the computer. I'm not the Steam guy. I'm not the computer guy, so I need input from you guys.
I heard rumors that Xbox is trying to get it on the console now too. So.
Really?
But Microsoft fucked up this past few days too, where they screwed over 4 developers. They just dropped the studios. So they're kind of in hot shit right now.
But Bethesda did, yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of in hot shit, right? So
I didn't care for any of those studios, so I didn't care.
Well, they did make.
They didn't make any games that I played, like Thief and Dishonored and
those were
Hi-Fi Rush. I've heard people like them, but I never did, so don't bother me none.
But the Steam, the countries they dropped from the Steam portfolio. Do you think that Steam's going to add it back now?
They will do it after a bit, but they're going to have to, what do you go at when you go to the communion and you got to, pray for? Oh, they got to pray for forgiveness. They got to do their forgiveness tour to people.
Confession.
Yeah.
Okay. So, who? I mean, okay.
They're going to kiss a lot of.
Do they have to prove to Steam that they're not going to pull this trigger again? Is that what's got to happen?
They're going to kiss a lot of ass.
I don't know. I don't know what caused it to go off Steam in the first place.
Well, that's the thing. 13 Hell games and
Dude,
Man.
you gotta pray to the Almighty God, Gabe. Please don't fuck me over again. We won't fuck you over again, and then so.
Well, I tell you, man, I just think Sony is just one of the worst companies out there.
Oh yeah, they always
it really
have been.
is.
Like,
I mean, oh my God.
And he says that, folks, but Microsoft is not that much better.
no,
I'm not.
I already said
So
that.
he's not.
preaching
He's
Microsoft.
not. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not. He's not singling out.
I've
Sony.
owned
He's like-
I'm a PlayStation guy, and
Yeah.
I don't like what they do.
And you heard
just
me.
don't.
I already said Microsoft's already in deep shit this week. So I've called out both in this broadcast. So,
You guys know that I'm a big
Yeah.
proponent of more adult things in video games,
Yeah.
and they censor them every chance they get
Yeah.
on friggin' Sony. I mean, any of the anime games that have adult content, it's all going to be friggin' it's all going to be, there's going to be big white glowing marks to censor things out all over the screen and stuff.
Especially that game that came out recently with that chick, with the hot anime chick.
It's called Stellar Blade.
Yeah,
Yep.
Stellar Blade. Dude, they censored the shit out of that.
But there's a way around that. All you got to
Yeah.
do is get a physical copy of it and not update it. And
Yeah.
it'll be just the way it was made to be. Another reason why I'm going back to physical copies.
Physical is always the way to go.
Things. I was buying digital there for a while, but I'm going back to that because, several reasons. But
Physical DVDs, physical video games, physical anything.
when you lose your... Go ahead, Knock.
I was just to kind of wrap up, the actual discussion from Helldiver. I think, we've seen this before as far as the power of the consumer.
Yeah.
And the biggest one that I think of when I think of something like this has got to be, I think it was the Xbox One series. They're fucking dumb names. Not the Series S, the one before that.
That was the one.
It was the one. Yeah.
It was the first version.
It's Series S and X now, and the
Right.
difference is X is the physical copy one. S.
No,
is
I
the all
got
digital.
that. I got that. I'm just saying the Xbox One.
Xbox One was the one.
So the one after the 360. So
Mhm.
originally, I believe it was that one. The Xbox One was gonna be online only.
Yes, online
And-
only. You had to be online just to play the games.
And they were and there was such an uproar about it.
Oh,
And
I
it
was
so
going
much
off
of
on
one that they turned it around. And they also weren't going to do disk drives either. It was going to be just like the Series S is right now. It was supposed to be just online, and it was just going to be the box and no
and then
no
when
disc holder.
Yeah.
But and then even Sony was making fun of them, saying, "Hey, do you remember that video? Hey, how do you trade a game? Here you go. Thanks." And that was the video. Like that's how you trade games.
When Sony started making fun of them, that's when it made them get attention. Yeah.
So I just feel like that it is a proven thing that if combined, gamers combined that they can make a change for things that matter. But no, I think that an event like that just shows, and then now with Helldivers that the consumer can dictate some things.
And in Knock, do you remember when they uploaded the price of Xbox Live to like almost it was like $150 a year? And dude, that was the only time in my history of gaming that I seen PlayStation, Nintendo, PC, and Xbox, everybody band together and tell Microsoft where to go fuck themselves. And then they back down and put it back down to 60.
And yet now it's back up to 120. So it made no difference. It made no difference.
They're going to set whatever price they want on those.
I still pay $60 a year for it.
It's the PC right now is $10 a month unless you do like the year.
Yeah, I pay $60 for a year of Xbox.
But there's also it's just Xbox
Game Pass
Live,
Core.
There's Game Pass Core, which is the basic bitch one. Yeah. So
you still get 35 games, dude. It's not basic bitch.
with an Xbox
if you want
catalog,
to call
that's
it,
not
but
a
you
lot.
still get 35 games with it. better than Xbox Live.
Okay, so you can play Tetris and
you can play any game online. No, dude, you get
random racing game that nobody cares about. Cruising
No,
USA.
there's no random ass game. Do you even fucking know, Knock? You want me to fucking school you right here?
Jed, relax.
Whoa.
And my friend, I gotta tell you.
Usually this is my time.
You know what? He said bitch, and you lost your mind. You lost your mind.
I'm like, no, homeboy.
No. Listen, Jed, it is true. You do have the basic package. Would you not agree with that statement? Just because he added the word bitch, it doesn't change anything. You've got the basic package, all right?
So you saying Jed's package is basic?
Listen,
that's not for him to judge, damn it.
I'll leave that to Kay to decide. All right. So, how you doing, Matt?
Hang on. Let's check this out.
Matt, what's up, brother?
My man, Hale, I love this. Hell yeah.
I love you.
Okay, so Martin was talking in the chat while we were talking the entire time. He says, "You are wrong, Knock." And I was wondering what he was talking about, and then he went to explaining. He says, "Yes, we get the optical drive." But now the prices are better on digital, and everybody turned their back on discs.
Nope.
Look.
Yeah, I don't agree.
He may be talking about the normies, guys. He may not be talking about us.
Yeah.
Okay? The next iteration of Xbox won't have the optical drive, and nobody gives a shit because now they are used to it.
No, and I agree. What's funny is that
let me finish his statement. Let me finish his statement. They introduced a big change. People got mad, and they walk it back and reintroduce it silently by phases.
That's what happens. I've seen Microsoft do it. I've seen Sony do it.
And you know what?
Netflix has done it.
Okay.
The funny thing is the whole internet thing, being online only. I feel like they did that 10 years too early.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This was still time where people didn't have fast internet. Joe, you remember my early DCO days. We had 3 megabyte download.
He's in a house with a bunch of people all using the internet at the same time and just screaming his head off. It is
trust me, I was like that back in the day.
So that was the time period, right? Yeah. Nowadays, you pay even for the basic, internet package, you're getting at least 50 megabytes, at least. Yeah. And that's like rare. Now it's at least over 100, 150, right? So it's these, like, that's what I think. As far as that situation goes, it was too early for Microsoft to drop something like that off now.
Oh yeah, they were stupid.
Yeah, I have to agree with Martin here. This is the thing. The uproar didn't come from having to create an extra account. The problem is what the intention was, and we all know what that was. The real intention was having the means to ban people, and I assure you, they will find a way to do so. It's also total greed. They just wanted it for themselves. And they wanted to push people. They figure it's so popular. If we do this, guys will run out and get PlayStation 5s to play it on. And
here's the thing: the stats on the PlayStation 5s, the Xboxes, the Nintendos, they're down. They can't give PlayStation 5s and Xbox away right now.
Well, they never made money from consoles, though. It was never that. Consoles never make money. So I mean, I don't. As far as sales go, I don't know if that's much of a factor. So it's always been that it's the other stuff, the video games.
The games are what actually sells things.
The controllers, the extra controllers, because they only give you one.
And just so you guys know, Kay says that Jed he's not basic. He is the premium package. So there you go.
Jed, you're a good sport, Jed.
I know, man.
Usually I'm pushing Joe's button.
You said the word bitch and you lost it, bro. Sorry. He won that one. We won that one, bro. You lost it, bro.
Joe, this is the kind of thing where you need to post this kind of stuff on TikTok, and that clip right there.
See, I'm not mad about it. I was like, that's not going to play. Like,
you want me to school you right now?
Now Martin did bring up the pricing as far as digital goes on these. They do some sales on some of these consoles, but Steam pricing is so much better. The sales on Steam is that I told you about that. I don't know if you remember that, Joe. I posted in the chat that the Mass Effect Legendary Edition's like $7.
And I have.
Are you kidding me? Like,
that's
a steal.
Now that's for the entire like series of games, right?
It's the Legendary Edition. It was a remaster that they did only like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
And it's the remastered of all three, so you could play them all, do the same story, and your stories carry over. They did originally too in original games.
Oh, but there's a problem with that though, Knock. There's something in there that they did censoring and shit on the first game, in the third game, in the fourth.
Editing. I get that. They're
got the 360 version.
I know.
Original one.
That's why I told you to play the 360 version. It's not censored.
Yeah.
You got to
physical is always better for everybody that's listening.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Knock. Go ahead.
You got to you got to play the second one.
Yeah.
That's where you meet some very interesting characters.
Yeah.
You are all fighting about packages while John is killing him his package in the back. Yep.
That's going away this weekend.
There you go. Yep. But anyway, I just think it's you can't tell me that the public's movement to barrage them with how much they did not like what they didn't have an effect on it. I'm sorry. It did have an effect on it. It made them stop what they were doing. So, if more people understood that voting with your dollars matters.
Oh yeah.
If more people understood that, I mean, hang on, let me pull this up again, just in case anybody hasn't noticed this. Hang on. Let me see.
The like all the big wigs and everybody, they're afraid for people to band together.
You know it, man. You know it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But here's what I'm talking about. People are voting with their dollars right now. Yeah. Okay. You saw it at the beginning of our pop culture update, boys and girls. They're not going to the movies because they're not getting anything that they want to see.
Yeah.
Okay. They're not going. And yes, part of it's the economy, but part of it is they're not being given anything to see.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're voting with their dollars and they're staying home. Yeah. And they're also staying home because of what these companies have done with the streaming services. They don't have to go to the movies. They can wait and see it on
the Joe, I got a question for you because I did read something earlier. Now, some of it, I read an article and it said one of the reasons why we're not getting as many good movies this year is because of the strike, and we're going to get a ton of movies in 2025. What do you think about that?
Yeah. Wow. I don't know. That could
2025.
You could be right about that.
I've looked at 2025. The slate isn't that as strong as it should have been if that's the case.
Yeah.
I mean, we are going to get Snow White, so I mean, that defeats the whole argument. But
don't even get me started on that. Oh, you'll be here 2 more hours, okay?
Listen,
oh my God.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't.
On me,
hang on just a second. Matt says I didn't see much marketing for the Fall Guy. They didn't market it very much.
I did. I mean, I did all the on TikTok. It was the first video promoted on when you turned on TikTok. So I mean, it definitely had marketing.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I don't think that 2025 is going to bear much fruit. It's just look. There is a.
I'm surprised you didn't mention it. Sorry, Joe. You didn't mention that Disney also announced that they're going to cut back on Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Two shows, 3 movies. Yeah.
Look, Hollywood struck. They had a strike at the wrong time.
Yep.
I said at the time, if you remember, guys, this is them thinning the herd. This is what they're doing, and we're seeing it now. It's a contraction. It's a contraction in Hollywood. They're not. They knew this box office thing wasn't going to turn around, and that's why they let them strike as long as they wanted to. And now they're cutting back on everything. You've seen how many Disney projects have been canceled now. They're regrouping. They've figured out this DEI stuff has done nothing but piss off their fucking fan base, and they're going to try and make stuff that's not of that genre anymore. But we're still going to get the tail end of it. We're still seeing stuff like, I saw a story today that the Boy Scouts are changing their name to just the Scouts or something like that.
They're going to allow girls in.
Yeah, they're going to allow girls in. They already have Girl Scouts.
They've got Girl Scouts,
but the Girl Scouts are going to allow guys in. So
I don't know.
It's called Boy Scouts for a reason. Fucktards.
But also look at the fact that they've lost how much money on the streaming service. They've lost how much money in all these failed Marvel movies. I mean, the Marvels, that was the straw that broke the camel's back for the MCU. They have totally decided to change their entire vision. I mean, they've basically reshot Captain America 4 from top to bottom.
And it's still going to be shit.
it still will probably be crap. It probably will be.
There's going to be a free tier of Disney Plus here soon. Mm-hmm. Because Tubi and Freebie and all these other frees with just ads are kicking their ass.
Yeah. Yeah, they've gone back to all it is, it's basically commercial television like the three networks have, right? Only it's on a streaming service.
Yeah.
And the
ads are shorter and there's not as many. And people are watching it.
Oh, I watch Pluto TV and Tubi all the time.
Because it's free.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, they're all going to have to look. I can't remember who said it at the beginning, but when all the streaming wars started, there's only going to be a few standing. I mean, we're already seeing. We talked about it a couple weeks ago that somebody made an offer. Was it Sony and somebody else made an offer for Paramount not too long ago? These places are going to start merging. They're going to start merging.
There was a rumor that Paramount and the Peacock were going to merge.
No, that's not happening.
Okay, that's not happening.
Paramount's going to get sold to Sony and the other company that they're going in with.
Yeah, with what? There you go, Martin. With what money are they going to make these movies? What the main thing I've been hearing is that they are going to dial down the production costs because they let that inflate way too high, and they've seen stuff like Godzilla -1 that only cost how much, John?
Somewhere around 10.
Somewhere around 10 million. And how much did it make?
Somewhere north of like 350, I think.
Yeah.
For worldwide.
That's not a bad return on your money.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
And the thing is, everybody's like, "Oh, it got made for $15 million," and the director goes, "I wish we had $15 million.
I wish we had $15 million. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. I'm afraid to access TikTok. I might turn into Eric Sullivan.
Yeah, did you see my reply there?
I don't know. I won't go on
Fuck TikTok. Yeah. I won't do that.
Well, I use it for advertising the show. So
Matt,
I do it.
Unless you've got a Chinese maid, you don't have to worry about it.
Yep. Yeah. Yes, I'm with you. Small time. It's going to be Falcon 1, as far as I'm concerned.
Captain America died when Falcon became, Falcon Cap. So
see, Kay watches Tubi. She
watches it with me too.
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm.
Why can't it be Captain Falcon?
Captain Falcon. There you go.
Falcon.
Don gets it. He says, "Yeah." But look, I like what I saw, as far as the voices being heard from several fronts, hitting them in their wallet, hitting them with review bombing, all that good stuff.
Especially that rabbit sandwich.
What we say has an effect, man. It has an effect on what goes on.
And people need to do this. And anytime you see some bullshit, call it the fuck out.
Yep. Because look,
vote with your dollar.
It's not my kind of game personally, but I've heard nothing but good things about friggin' whatchamacallit there.
Helldivers 2.
Helldivers 2. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it. So more power to them, man.
Yeah, and there's certain groups that you don't mess with. You don't mess with certain gamers of games that are beloved like this. You don't mess with beer drinkers, and you don't.
Oh my
mess
God!
with,
Bud Light found that out, right?
Oh, did you know they lost like $20 billion?
Yeah,
Oh,
and finally you don't mess with Swifties. You know that's
don't want to mess with them goons.
Those are the groups you don't want to mess with.
I'd rather fuck with the mob than mess with Swifties, bro. Jesus Christ. Those guys are out of hand. Them and fucking
talk about a cult.
God, Snyder fans. They're
fans.
an evil bunch too. Those guys are out of control.
Oh, that Rogue, whatever the fuck that's on Netflix is the most wonderful movie and bullshit. I'm like, no.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And then I was just like, yeah.
We already reviewed all that.
It was a slow motion piece of shit.
I'm not saying it's a piece of shit. I never said that. I say this.
I said that.
It's mid. It's mid.
Yeah, I'm holding out hope.
If this guy's supposed to be the second coming, how come I'm getting this? You know, it's nothing new. Seen it before. I saw Battle Beyond the Stars. I've seen the Seven Samurai.
Beyond the Stars.
I've seen Magnificent Seven. I've seen all this. I've seen it. It's the same.
I'm holding on a sliver of hope for the rated R version, but I don't know how much.
Hold on to
I don't know how
sliver,
different.
Bro.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it. It's on Netflix. I'm gonna watch it. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. I liked. It's like when they put out the Snyder Cut of Justice League. I liked it, but did it have to be 4 hours long?
Oh, dude, it
just seems so self-indulgent to me.
Yeah.
You know,
I liked it being 4 hours.
I do too. I like the 3 hours before. They just need to put in a fucking intermission again. Just bring back the intermission, and then we'd be good. Put it on for 10, 15 minutes, an intermission. Let people go out of the theater, go to the bathroom.
Well, he did bust that into chapters, right? Like about 6 chapters.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine, but you don't have a long time, between the chapters. So it's, make an actual intermission.
I'm actually okay with what Small Time said. That would.
Let's see. Would you guys blindly trade a Snyder Star Wars movie for The Last Jedi not to exist?
I think we're just trading one devil for another.
Yeah,
I was thinking to say, as bad as Last Jedi is, there's stuff in there that I like.
See, Last Jedi was the 8th one, right? That was number 8.
Yeah, it's the one where Kylo Ren kills Snoke or whatever.
That was the shit.
Seeing how that was my favorite of the 3, I just kind of.
Jesus!
they killed Snoke, who was this dumb bad guy. They killed off Phasma, who added nothing.
Yes.
Did they have a stupid free the animals thing? Yeah, they did. Okay, that was dumb. The hyperspace ship going into hyperspace, crashing into the ship was one of the coolest scenes you'll ever see in cinema.
Yeah, I will say this: the Holdo maneuver does rock.
Yeah, it does. There's good stuff in there.
And
what they did with Luke, that is the straw.
I thought that was pretty wicked.
I thought it was Poppins Leia. Like, come on.
Okay, now hang on. Go ahead, Knock.
No, I kind of dug the whole Force Ghost or whatever that Luke portrayed.
At the end of it where he's projecting himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. I had no problem with that. I thought that was neat as shit. A new power, something we hadn't seen. But what they're talking about basically is him giving up and going into being a recluse because they're saying Luke would have never done that.
No, he wouldn't.
Oh, well,
it's character.
That's the other guy's fault. That's not
right. I understand that, and that's where they're coming from. But Knock, to kind of support what you're saying, I have to tell the people that yes, they did mess with Luke's character. If you ask me too,
hugely.
I don't think he would have messed up and gone, but he might have become a recluse though, because if you look at the history of the Jedi, that's what they fucking do when they get old. They make people come to them. You know what I mean? Now,
especially when their whole order goes to hell.
Right. Well, that's what forced Yoda underground and Obi-Wan. Yeah, we know that. But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, Martin.
It's been something that happened along the way.
No,
but him giving up and just not teaching Jedi anymore. No,
what? We had a sequel trilogy. It was
Fuck
in
the
book
last,
forms.
not Jedi.
Yeah, we had a sequel trilogy. It came out in book form.
Yeah.
And it starred Thrawn and Mara Jade.
Yeah.
Timothy Zahn is
that was the sequel. Yeah,
that's who they needed to bring in is Timothy Zahn. I can't wait to meet him someday and get his autograph.
I actually met him. He's really cool now.
He's the creator of Thrawn.
Better do it quick. He's not going to be around much longer.
All right, one at a time, guys. Knock. Is this the guy that wrote the Mara Jade stuff and?
I don't know if he created her. He's
but it's the Skywalker family continuing, right?
Yeah,
He's the one that created Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So totally different Ben Solo too, if I remember.
Yeah, no.
Right?
Oh yeah, Ben Solo was the second kid, they had twins, Jaina and Jason Solo, and then they had Anakin Solo, the third, and then Jade and Luke had Ben Skywalker.
Yeah, Ben Skywalker. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, if they would have went with that, dude, I would have been happy. I'm like,
everybody would have been all in for that.
That's what people wanted.
Imagine how much money they would have made.
Oh, they would have made billions.
Oh.
Yeah, the amount of money piling up.
Here's a question for you, you guys that have read all this stuff. I've only heard about it and seen people cosplay the characters and everything. I'm in love with Mara Jade, and I've never read one sentence of those books.
Bad. She's one of my favorites.
But here's my question: would they have doubled their profits?
Oh yeah,
have done that instead of what they did.
They would have quadrupled their profits.
Triple.
If they so Joe, think of this: if they had stuck with the book lore, right, rather than erasing it,
right,
they would have gotten. And this is my belief: they would have gotten Fallout level love. There you go.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it. They would have gotten. In other words, everybody would have been playing the Star Wars games.
The fans would have been happy. Their merchandise would be selling like motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right.
You could resell those books. They'd have
already made their money back from George.
Oh yeah, right? They would have quadrupled that money.
Yeah. There was just so many, and there was a whole few. They had the next 40, 50 years.
Fuck coffee, Clay.
Hang on, guys. Hang on. We got an update on our girl Ariel Bullet Ballet. Thanks for the tip last night, by the way. Update. They didn't torch my ulcers today. They pushed it back to tomorrow. You guys keep this girl in your prayers. She's having some real problems medically. She's trapped in the hospital at the mercy of doctors trying to fix her up. And she needs our good if you're a believer, non-believer, doesn't matter. Whatever positive thoughts you can send our girl Ariel, do it. Please do, because she is in a bind physically. So, okay, I will be praying for you, darling. And if you're up tonight, don't stay up for it. But if you're up tonight, I'll be playing Mass Effect later on. Martin says Mara Jade is the true Star Wars waifu. Waifu. I said that wrong. Waifu. E-Clay says, Joe, you should play Knights of the Old Republic. Man, kiss my ass.
Joe gonna go tell you go.
Hang on. He's got the laughing emoji, and he's praying for Miss Ariel too. And Ariel says, "And I'm feeling so bad right now. I'm okay. Yeah, you guys give her your prayers and everything for sure. She's not doing well.
Get better, Ariel.
And we want to see you better. I hope everything goes your way, darling. But anyway, E-Clay, good luck with that. When you spend that much time on a game and it glitches out like that on you, you're not really too hyped to go through all that shit again. I may do it down the line, but it's going to be well after Mass Effect, that's for sure.
He's going to do it by the time the Roadhouse comes back.
Yeah, which maybe never. But anyway, okay, boys and girls, we're going to wrap for tonight. That is a rousing discussion. Thank you, gentlemen. I knew you were going to have fun with the Helldivers discussion. Good stuff. And we added a new spot this week. We're gonna do the Sydney Sweeney spot every week for sure. Maybe we'll call it the wet spot. I don't know. We'll figure out a name.
G spot. Do we need to call it the G spot?
I don't know. We'll come up with something. But anybody want to push anything before I start wrapping the show? Anybody?
Oh, on what was it? Let me see. It's
what was it?
June 9th, we're doing an Xbox showcase. So that's
right.
Yeah. So hopefully Joe can be there, and some others, and I'm trying to get Retro there and some others. And then we're going to have a surprise movie watch along. Joe, Kay, trying to get Retro, and some others are going to be there, and we're just going to talk about how we love this movie as we're watching it, and then afterwards talk about it.
But
Because
he doesn't.
I'm keeping it for right now. But
hang on, I've got a sneeze coming, so go ahead.
It's something you like, John. So if you want to come over for it, okay.
I can't say anything. He doesn't want to say what it is.
I want to keep it for.
He wants to keep it under wraps for right now.
I'm trying to keep it.
Can you say when it'll be?
I'm trying to get people together so then I can figure out a day.
He is just when Jed's saying something like this, he's just now organizing it.
I'm organizing it.
So there's no dates yet.
No dates.
This is what's coming in the future.
But
I do enjoy a good.
The June 9th thing for sure. That's an Xbox thing. That's solid. That's confirmed.
That's confirmed.
Yeah. So, John, you want to push anything? I'm not going to push.
Nah. Because you're going to push everything that
go watch John's gaming stream, dude.
I am pushing that, Jed. Stop it. Okay. Boys and girls, thank you for watching tonight. You know you're watching State of the Atmosphere, your weekly look at the pop culture state of America and the world. We had a good time talking Tom Brady getting roasted and Superman's new outfit, The Fall Guy. I hope their box office turns around because it's a good movie. And Helldivers 2, the victory that the gamers had this week. Look forward to this show every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. And then later on tonight, it's Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, video games, cocktails, and fails. I do it every Tuesday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Central Time. Tonight, it is Mass Effect Part 5. Don't pay attention to the...
Joe go around for another 2 hours in a circle.
I can't help it that the damn physics of that damn tank ain't worth a shit.
And hopefully Martin will be here so we can both...
So you can both bust on me? Yeah, no doubt. But anyway, we're going to do it with a couple of cocktails with some friends here at 10 p.m. Central Time. And next Tuesday, at the request of our fair lady, Little Miss Ariel Ballet, we're going to play some WWE 2K19. She was under the impression that I never played a wrestling game before last night. We had to let her know that I am a big fan of the series. So, we're going to be doing that next Tuesday at 10 p.m. Central Time on Papa Joe Gamer After
Dark. Joe, I heard you like football too. I don't know if that was true.
Oh, he likes football?
I do like football. Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I play my favorite Madden game at least once a day. That would be Madden 15 with Richard Sherman on the cover. Even though I can't play people online, if you want to come over to my house one day, I'll be glad to school you on Madden 15. Because that's the one with all the Seahawks. It was the one that came out after they won the Super Bowl. So. Yeah. But anyway, also, the next time you'll see me after that is on Friday afternoon at 1 p.m. Central Time, Sketching the Privateer. I'll be wrapping up the Family Portraits pencils this week. Yes. And hopefully I'll have them finished by Thursday so that Friday when I come on the show, I'll be able to start the digital portion of the creation of this great piece that I've been working on. So come check that out at 1 p.m. Central Time on Friday, Sketching the Privateer, the story of America's pirate patriot. And then Friday night at 8 p.m. Central Time, come check out Gaming Night with John on Pop Culture Minefield's channel. He is playing through the entire Telltale series of The Walking Dead. So you definitely want to check that out. Jed shows up on that show. Knox shows up. Basically half the cast of this show shows up over there. So come check it out. John is playing through the Telltale series of The Walking Dead every Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefield's channel. And then you can check out Highlander and myself as the Brothers Hack the Matrix every Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Time. That's where we fill you in on the clown show that was the week of 2024 in the week's headlines. You guys come check that out every Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Time. And then Monday, on Military Monday, Morning Coffee with Gary and Anima, we're going to be doing Danger Close, the Battle of Long Tan. Come check that out Monday at 10 a.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefield's channel. And then Monday at 3 p.m. Central Time, our good friend from across the pond, Ryan Rogers III's Wrestling Monday Nitrous is going to be on. I think we're going to be talking ECW next time. I think. I'm not sure. But it's 3 p.m. on Monday afternoon, 3 p.m. Central Time. And then that brings us right back around to Tuesday night, which, we're going to be doing the wrestling at 10 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday. And then it's right back around to State of the Atmosphere on Wednesday. So for myself, John Das Wolfen, Jed the Revenue Wolf, and the Knoxter, I want to thank you guys for being here. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless. My man got triggered when he heard the word bitch.
I fucking let it shit up.
All right, boys and girls.